Greetings everyone, Megan and Zilla here, and happy Godzilla Day! Today we have a special guest, the king of the monsters himself, who started it all, NECA's 1954 Godzilla. The one who started it all, and the template for all Godzillas going forward. This Godzilla, from a movie that's now 71 years old at the time of this recording, was a giant prehistoric reptile, possibly from the Jurassic period, who lived at the bottom of the ocean, and was awoken by nuclear testing. The radioactive fallout mutated him into the monster we know today, and being the last of his kind, or rather the first in this case, he used his newfound power to lay waste to Tokyo and seek his revenge. I do not have the packaging for this figure anymore, so you'll just have to bear with this image that I'm just going to display on the screen. Let's start off with the sculpt. I'd say he definitely captures the silhouette, the shape of the original Godzilla, and with the texturing of the figure, you could definitely see like all the folds and wrinkles that would have indicated that this was indeed a guy portrayed in a rubber suit. The texture on his scales is very nice. Get that keloid scar texture that they had for the original suit. His eyes do look forward, directly into your soul. And let's not forget his fangs. Not many Godzillas have fangs, but this first one did. And he's got ears too, little ears. There is a part of me that feels like his tail could be a little longer, but oh well. As far as the paint goes, this figure is entirely painted in black and white, meant to have that monochromatic grayscale feel of the original film. I do kind of wish that the spikes were a little more white. They're more gray, but that's alright. Still gives off the feeling, and on the camera it actually looks a lot lighter than it does in real life. The rest of his skin, of course, looks fine. Looks just right, I'd say. In terms of posability, his head can move all the way around. It can move up this far and down this far. And his mouth can, of course, open and close this wide. His torso also moves all the way around. Can move about this much to stand up straight, and he can hunch down this far, which does leave a little bit of a gap. And when you do move it up, just make sure it goes between his dorsal plates so it doesn't crash into it. For his arms, he is capable of T-posing. Both arms move all the way around. The elbows move about this far in, so he can't really reach the top of his head, sadly. But his hands do rotate all the way around the wrist. And his hands could even close too. So even though this Godzilla did not fight anybody, this one can certainly throw hands. His legs are a little harder to move. They can spread about this far. They can move all the way around, but you really gotta force them to. I say maybe move them this way. Might have better luck. The knees don't bend a whole lot. They bend this far out and this far in. And the feet do move all the way around as well. The king of the cankles here has a very bulky design, so it is hard to move the legs. His tail is a little segmented up until this point, where it is a bendy wire. So you can get this in whatever pose you can shape it out to be. But it is somewhat limited. Still, I'd say he has a decent range of articulation overall. Now for accessories, he does not come with any whatsoever, though it would seem later editions would. However, there is a version of him that does. This is what I affectionately call the 1956 Godzilla. This version of the figure is basically a repaint to look like how he did for the poster of the American re-release of the original Gojira, which was called Godzilla King of the Monsters here in the States. It was released 2 years after the original film came out. So, everything I said about the sculpt and the posability can be said the same for this one. For some reason, mine doesn't have all the teeth painted white. Not sure why. But anyway, to replicate the look of the poster, this Godzilla does come with a translucent yellow atomic breath piece. So if you just put it right there, there you go. And since these two have the same sculpt, this one should be capable of doing the exact same thing. And when you hold it up in the light, it looks great. In terms of scaling, this Godzilla action figure stands at a little over 6.5 inches tall, and from head to tail, he is just about 11.5 inches long. In terms of pricing, this figure used to be maybe in like the $20 range. I forget exactly how much I got him for. I think he came out in 2015, so my memory's a little hazy there. But nowadays, this figure costs like $40 and up, so good luck finding a good deal. Time for some size comparisons. Here he is next to the Bandai Creation 1968 Godzilla, the NECA 1994 Godzilla, the SH Monster Arts 1995 Burning Godzilla, the Trendmasters 1998 Godzilla with bite action, the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla 2000, the NECA Godzilla 2001 Atomic Breath version, the Bandai Creation Godzilla 2004, the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2004, the large-size Bandai Creations Godzilla 2004, the large-size Playmates Godzilla 2004, the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2014, SH Monster Arts Shin Godzilla 4th Form, the Hiya Toys 2019 Godzilla, the SH Monster Arts Godzilla Ultima, the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla 2023 Memorial Gold Edition, the NECA 1933 King Kong, who's for some reason taller than him, this toy of an ant that I painted black to look like the giant ants from the movie Them, which came out the same year as Gojira. I actually did a cool little photo manip of these two fighting in a city. And the 2006 Safari Octopus, because Godzilla was conceptualized as being an octopus at some point in time. Also, rest in plants Godzilla Earth. My figure of him broke during filming. That's not fun. That's an unspecified amount of money down the drain. So in closing thoughts, I'd say that the 1954 Godzilla figure by NECA is a good addition to any kaiju collector's collection. It has a good range of articulation, a good sculpt and paint application, and I'd say is an overall good representation of the Godzilla that started it all, after 71 years of destruction. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.